Uh, okay, hold on. I may be having some more technical difficulties, but I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Yeah, I don't know what it is, so I'm going to ignore it. Uh, Hello, welcome back to Final Fantasy 14. Yay! Hooray! I have even more things that I am forgetting to do. Memory like a sieve. Uh, Bring that up. It's always lovely when you forget a whole bunch of things. And schedule yourself so that you're in a time crunch to get everything done. Hey. Yes, I am back with Final Fantasy 14, and I am going to be progressing the main story quest again. Um, yes, hopefully I won't have too many more issues in setting things up. Uh, where was I? Where did I leave off last? Uh, oh, Wakulama had been nicked. She'd been nicked. She's missing. We must save the we must save the cute bean. Okay, so that is everything sorted, done. Okay, I'm all set up. I'm finally all set up. Yes, Wiklamat has been kidnapped, and we are going to rescue her. And I'm here on my summoner to do that. Yes, Cat, I hear you. You've had your dinner. I'm so glad for you. My cat has this tradition of whenever he's had his food, he will run up the stairs into the loft and start meowing at the top of his lungs. Yes, here we go. If Lamati... Why is my model's eyes closed? Ah! Okay. If Lamati was returning to Urbanshire from the west, then she should have passed through here, except Redirock swears she didn't see her. In which case, it is entirely possible that Lamati never made it back to the village at all. The only way to be certain is to ask the sentry stationed at the opposite entrance. Yeah. Words are hard. Words are unpleasant. And I have side quests galore that I have not done because I have been busy. And there is an invisible wall that I have just walked into. Ba da 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 da. Hello, Urfanshire sentry. You wouldn't have happened to have seen a large female cat with a giant axe, would you? Referred promise? Mombi has been standing at his post with diligent eye watchings. He has seen no claimants pass his way. What of a Tanawatwa? Watwa? Watwa? Eh? Watwa? What of a Tanawawa? I cannot pronounce that. What of a Tanawatwa? Okay, I'm getting very close to saying a word that is not very nice, so I'm going to skip that word. With brightly colored fur. Sorry, brightly colored hair. Mobby knows something of this one. He hears tongue flaps about a Pelu peddler in many fires who was attacked by a crazy-haired bandit on the road. A bandit, you say? Thank you, you've been most helpful. My sister is clearly not here. Though I wish it were otherwise, we must consider the possibility that the Tonawatan messenger and the brigand described by the sentry are one and the same, and Lamity is in very real danger. Come, let us hurry to many fires. I'd like a word with this peddler, should they still be around. Yes. Okay, to many fires. Ba 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 ba. Du, 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 du. Was there something I could help you with? I'm told you were a victim of a bandit attack. Could you recount exactly what happened? My goodness. I thought I recognized you. I'll tell you everything I remember, second promise. It was that scoundrel, Wakasa, who ambushed me. You know the name of your attacker? There's no mistaking that here. All my peddler friends have stories of the notorious bandit leader and his predations. Wakasa and his gang will stoop to any low for the sake of a few pel. With no fresh quarry coming up the broken stairs, they've had to resort to more creative methods. Little wonder he went after Lamati. He likely thinks to ransom her for a royal sum. I expect he'll soon make his demand. But I don't intend to wait. We'll find the villain first and deliver his deserved payment in person. What say you to a small deception? I will assume the role of a well-to-do merchant to lure Wakasa out of hiding. Then, when he comes sniffing about, we catch the rat by his tail. Alright, makes a change from me being the bait. An excellent plan, and I have just the right garments for your disguise. At a specifically discounted price, of course. The brush with bandits hasn't dampened your mercantile spirit, I see. Very well, I accept your generous deal. Now we lay the bait. I will precede you into many fires to make my presence known. You will follow on behind, boasting to those all along the way of how you paid me a hefty purse in exchange for a rare gemstone of some sort. If Wakasa is as coin-hungry as they say, then a recently enriched peddler should be an irresistible mark. We let him strike, and then we spring our trap. Alrighty then. Just, don't blame me if things go wrong. Time to play our part. Okay. Damn, I can't even use the follow command. Oh. Okay, so I'm not talking to random people. There, that Jabral fellow. Share with him how happy your imaginary deal with me has made you. Once you've put on an appropriate display, we can continue our next performance. A rare gemstone from that Hesaro merchant, you say? I envy the profit he must have made from such a sale. Since the stairs were destroyed, I have not been able to peddle goods at my usual haunts. A good start, but I would make certain Wakasa is aware of me. Let's continue. Aye, certainly. That moblin over there looks amenable to conversation. The stage is yours.
The Hetsara sold you a sparkle stone for your collection? Well, that explains your giant joy smiles. Mumby is happy for your happiness. Mumby is also jealous of the merchant and all the jingly shine he must have made.
That should be enough, but perhaps one last act to drive it home. Ah, the Pelu. That'll definitely get word around. Do you see that cheerful Pelu? Tell him the tale of your precious gemstone. Words. Do you see that cheerful Pelu? Tell him the tale of your precious gemstone, and then we'll be done with this part of the charade.
A passing peddler? At the very gemstone you saw for your collection? That is a stroke of luck. And I'll wager the merchant was just as pleased to fill his pockets with your grateful coin, eh? Well, I'm inspired to go and earn some pal of my own. Who knows? Maybe opportunity will find me, as it even found you.
Ah, what do we have here? Ah, my most valued customer. The profit from that single purchase of yours should see me through weeks of idle leisure. Traveling with such a fat purse and no sellswords is tempting fate, so I shall make Irvinshire my last stop, and then wait forthwith to... words. So I shall make Irvinshire my last stop, and then return forthwith to Tuliolo. Did you see? The rat has come for a nibble. Ah, okay. You played your part to perfection, Azure. A man of many talents, just as Fancred and Urianger described. Now, let us lure Wakasa out of and spring our trap. Let us execute the final stage of the plan. I will set out towards Irvinshire alone and unarmed, the better to sell the act of a defenseless merchant. Assuming Wakasa is watching me, he will likely wait for some quiet stretch of the road before accosting me. I'll be relying on you to follow closely behind, remaining hidden until the time comes to spring our trap on the Bandit King. Just remember, we need him alive.
Excuse me, I've not accidentally killed anyone.
Well, I believe you're definitely out in the open. Still nothing. I hear business has been good to you, Master Merchant. How about you share some of the profits? And by some, I mean every coin you have. Yo, hello! You're all gonna die. Well, except for you. You're that gemstone collector. Oh, I see what this is. We've been tricked! Spit in your eye. Men, kill these Vadral! Slippery vermin. We'll have to interrogate his underlings instead. If you would be so kind, Azure, pray leave them capable of speech.
Hi, alright. If I must. I believe that's it for them.
I was hoping to talk with your boss, but I suppose you three will have to do.
Wait, that's the second promise. What do you want with us? Think I'm scared of a of a fancy title? I'll take your royal ears as a trophy as soon as I get free of these ropes.
I know your gang is behind my sister's abduction. Tell me where she is. What was Shitona? Was Shitona the rabbits? I think it was rabbit. Which means it's the lady with the lovely lady who does not need to have her mouth washed out with soap at all. I hate swearing. Eat pack of shit, salt lover. You'll not get any answers from us. That's right, we don't serve you. Do not play games with me. Where is Wuklamat? Lost your composure there for a second. I am fast losing my patience. Talk now or die. The choice is yours. We were hired to grab the bird. We were hired to nab the third promise. That's all. We don't know where they took her. Hired? By whom? We weren't told that either. Only Wakesa knows. He's the one who took the job. Well, it seems we needed their leader after all. Once I've arranged for the Landsguard to take custody of these criminals, I'll call on Frankfurt and his tracking field. But perhaps you could pursue Wakesa in the meantime. The bandit was running in an easterly direction. Should you locate him, I suggest you shadow him rather than force a confrontation. He might lead us to where Lamati is being held.
Alrighty. Oh, hello, Widowmaker. At least these ones aren't spider-themed. Ah, there he is. Follow a capture from a distance. If you are noticed or fall behind, you will fail. Yeah. We've done this before. Okay. Should be okay if we get to this tree. Ah. Alrighty.
This is gonna be annoying. Yes, yes. He has to move on. Okay. This was meant to be easy. Yeah, I think everybody thinks that at first. About pretty much any task. I am behind a rock. You cannot see me. I am behind a rock. Nerves, yes, nerves. Totally not being followed at all. Should be safe enough now. Behind the tree. I'm behind the tree. Hooray! Finally, my money. Give it to me now. The Landsguard may be hunting us already. Calm yourself. We had our own troubles finding a suitable hideaway. Right. We're finished. Take your prize and leave me out of the rest. Such hostility. You were hunting for coin, and I offered you gainful employment out of the kindness of my heart. Kindness? You brought a blackened tempest, yeah, words. Kindness? You brought a blackened tempest upon us. One look, and I could tell that man was a killer, a butcher, a salted devil in the flesh. Oh, spare me your fearful bleating. Go on, scamper away before the scary merchant... Ugh, words. Oh, spare me your fearful bleating.
Go on, scamper away now before a scary mercenary comes to claim your head.
Koana told me the news. You found the abductor then? What's the situation?
Well, he's currently getting talked down to by an overgrown lizard, and they appear to have Wuklamot and are finalizing the payment for her kidnapping.
And you think the bandits were hired by this Hobigo? Alright, new strategy. Forget Wakesa and stay on the Mamulja's tail. We don't want to endanger the Fur Promise, so keep your distance until we are certain they have her. I'll catch up to you as soon as I'm able.
Alrighty then. Follow the Hobigo from a safe distance. The objective will end in failure if you are noticed or fall behind. Same as before, yada yada. Let's go. Try and make it to this tree. Okay. Another tree. He's not really turning around, is he?
Ooh, no.
No. Ah. And we got so far, too. Okay.
I wonder if I can actually use Vazu.
Okay. I'll just let him walk up, and then I'll move to that tree there, on the left. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, he's gonna turn around. We're hiding. Same as before, stick behind the trees. The trees are my friends.
Okay, duty complete. I really need to update that follower goal. Okay, I'm glad the Punity is safe.
Better late than never. That Marmorja. He's the one who kidnapped Wuk Lamart.
Looks that way. Haven't seen her yet,
So
though.
we're still unsure. If we can follow him a bit longer, confirm his connection to the abductors. That will complicate matters.
Confound it!
If I set out now, I can trail them along the riverbank.
Do it!
Even if it costs you the contest.
What worth is the throne if I lose my sister to win it?
Good mentality. Family more important.
Very well then. I'll send word when I locate her. Till then, I suggest you save your strength. A rescue attempt could turn ugly.
That Hubigo just now. I swear I've seen him with Bakul Jaja. Knowing the way that monster works, he probably hired bandits to kidnap her so he could steal her keystones. But even alone, my sister is more than a match for a gang of untrained ruffians. She must have been ambushed or deceived. Gah! I should have been there! If those bastards have hurt her!
Calm down, little one. Yeah, I thought you were supposed to be the cool-headed one.
And what exactly is that supposed to... Forgive me. Snapping at you won't get my sister back. I'm afraid I've always been like this when it comes to Lamachi. The thought of her being in danger sends me into a panic. But isn't that how families should be?
Yeah, I don't even know if our character...
These days, Turali Mikote live however they please. But the clan into which I was born kept to the nomadic traditions of our ancestors.
Yeah, I don't know if our character, if our Warrior of Light actually has family.
They herded their own neck across the plains, always moving with the seasons. During one such migration, my birth parents left me behind. A child. All alone. Without a single word of explanation.
Oh.
A chance encounter with a kind Pelu merchant was the only reason I survived. Taking pity on me, he taught me his trade that I might fend for myself. I became a stallkeeper in Tuliyolal's market. And that is where the Dawn servant found and adopted me. I had already been in the palace some time when Lamachi came to join us. Like me, she had been cast aside by her parent. I knew the pain of solitude and wanted to spare her that suffering. As this tiny child's new brother, I swore I would always be there for her.
Ah, he's a good big sibling.
So, as you might now understand, I will stop at nothing to rescue her. While we await word from Tancred, I suggest we prepare ourselves to travel downriver. You have a boat, yes?
Mm-hmm. Ah.
Why release the Ponity if not to delay pursuit? If we were unsure of their guilt before, then this surely proves it. Before we act, however, let us regroup with your comrades. Would you mind making the call?
Not at all.
Understood. We'll meet you at many fires.
Let me check. Yeah, I was wondering why I looked completely shocked. Eh. Leafy Faith is very, very strange. Like, I'll just be playing a game and then all of a sudden my character... Actually, I'll be playing a game or I'll just be... I'll just have it running and randomly my character will be set to a... It'll stop face tracking and it'll be set to display only one emotion. And that time it looked like it was shocked. Earlier I had all this set up before, and he somehow got set to constant smile. Very strange. I may have put rescuing Lamati ahead of my own progress, but do not take that to mean I've given up on the contest. You understand how important she is to me, yet regardless of how close we were, I would have made the same choice. After all, if I am incapable of saving my sister while also winning the throne, then I am not fit to inherit our father's heavy mantle. We need to gather our forces. I hope you're doing that in a cutscene and not expecting me to run around after them. Because we kind of already use a link pearl. Brilliant. First, allow me to brief everyone on our present situation. Yes. Thus, at the very least, we believe this Hobigo knows where Lamati has been taken. Thancred is shadowing their boat even as we speak, and I should like to join him with all haste. Unfortunately, our quarry had the foresight to release your punity from its harness, leaving us without the means to give pursuit. Ernville, as an expert on wildlife, what are our chances of recapturing the beast? With the right mix of feed, it can be done. I should like an extra hand to help scatter it about, however. Oh dear. Would you accompany a measure? Ah yeah, you don't get a choice in this, so alright. Meanwhile, the rest of us should work on getting the harness repaired. It appears to have been damaged when the punity was let loose. With all the peddlers here in camp, we should have little trouble purchasing replacement materials. As for any necessary metalwork, Earthenshire's artisans are but a short walk away. Then let us divide the tasks and have at it. There was an unusually aggressive herd of wild punities downriver. So our girl will have fled in the opposite direction. Come, we'll try the waters upriver. Upriver. I swear this is my only language. Oh. That's 52% complete. I cannot pass that up. Ooh, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. I'm dead. Well, that doesn't happen often. Yeah, I think I bit off more than I could chew. And back to many fires. Okay, let's try this again. This time actually thinking rather than charging in. One, two, 1, 2. Okay, you're not gonna move, so... Hello, lovely to meet you. Wait, how did I manage to pick up a whole bunch of you? Okay. Here we are. Love you, buddy. Okay, one more. There we go. There, see that, Asante? Things work out much smoother when you think first. Da, 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 da. Hop, hop, hop. Assuming our Punati has come this way, she'll be hiding in the depths of Marsh Ligaka. We'll need to lure her back to the shallows with promise of food. Wild Punatis eat mainly aquatic grasses and plants, but tame ones are often fed vegetable scraps. Knowing this, I added leftovers to the feed I prepared. This should help the mixture stand out against the marsh's natural scents. Ligaka is crawling with predators, however, so I'll leave it to you to scatter the feed deeper in. I'll be waiting for you near the shallows with the rest of our Punatis' enticing feast. I always leave the more dangerous stuff to me. That's gonna be complete soon. Yeah, there we go. Ba ba bum ba 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 ba. I really need to go back to Final Fantasy XIII at some point. He scattered Aaronville's Punity feed along the water's edge. Waited to the designated location. Here we are. Scattered the feed along the water's edge. All set. I've just finished laying out the last of the bait. Step back out of sight and leave the rest to me. Here she is. Shh. There's nothing to be afraid of. We just need your help one last time. You're hungry, I wager. Come on, come with me. Yes, there's a good girl. We'll be fine here, I think. I'll give her a few more treats, then lead her over to the boat. You can let Koana know we have our Punity back. I really like the Punities, they're so cute. Okay. Hop, hop, hop. And speak to Koana. Aaronville has the Punity in hand then? Good, I expected nothing less from a certified gleaner. As for the harness, we were able to purchase all the parts we need. The Levier twins are over in Irkenshire right now, having the Popsworn make the repairs. I'm told it shouldn't take long. We'll be ready to embark on our rescue mission as soon as we hear from Fankert. Fankert must know something by now. Speak of the devil. You found her? Understood. Thank you. I had but to invoke his name. Fankert followed the Hobigo's boat to its destination, and confirmed that they are indeed holding my sister captive. They, of course, being Bakul Jaja and his minions. I swear I will make them regret this. Lamity is in Richleaf Tunnels. The moment the harness is repaired, we strap the Punity and make our way back down Katumu. Quest accepted.
Thancred.
The third promise is up ahead. She's unharmed, but we best not dally.
Oh, look, Lamont. Don't worry, we saved you.
I spit on these pathetic feats. Far more satisfying to claim their baubles by force.
Give it back! Forzenten poured his everything into that stone. You've no right to touch it.
Oh, was that the name of your artisan? How could you allow something so precious to be stolen?
You thieving cheat! You're no true claimant!
What does that make the foolish kitty who fell into my trap? If pitiful roars were all it took to claim the throne, you'd be first in line.
Now, brother. You shouldn't tease her. Look, the poor thing's on the verge of tear. Meow. Someone save me.
Happily, and I'll even take both your heads. I'm gonna kill you.
Who did that?
His scales are as thick as his skulls.
Coward! You dare ambush me?
You're one to talk.
Tis the blessed sibling's favorite tactic.
That useless Buddha was sycophant. He was supposed to keep the lackeys running in circles.
Oh, you must tell me all about that.
Careful now. You wouldn't want to hit her hostage.
Yeah, please, let me fight them. I will actually fight this person, no problem.
That one's not to be underestimated.
They can do nothing while we have.
Rescue complete.
Impeccable timing.
Amachi, are you all right?
Aye, thanks to you.
These weaklings think they can defy us? We'll slaughter the lot of them!
Patience, brother. The keystone is ours. There is no need to fight this day. And Zoralja has left us hurting.
Nah, come on. Fight us. Fight us, coward. Nee, 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 nee.
No! I won't stop until I gut these maggots and feed them their entrails!
If we fall here, we feign our siblings for nothing. Is that what you want?
No, brother.
No, let me fight him. I don't like this guy. Let me kick his butt.
Wait! Damn you, Bakul Jaja!
Do we give chase?
We head back. Amachi is safe. And that is what matters.
Oh, did someone hurt his shoulder? You have like yeah. You have like 3 potential healers there. You could always let them know, and they'll happily patch you up. I'm so glad to see you unharmed, Lamati. Thanks again for coming to my rescue, Koana. And all of you too. Bakul Jaja must be desperate. Bakul Jaja must be desperate indeed to resort to such aggressive tactics. I shouldn't have been so careless. I underestimated him, and it cost me a keystone. Fontaine upended his life so that I could accomplish the Moblin speech. He believed in me, believed in my cause, and I've let him down. The contest isn't over yet, so we take back what was stolen. We won't let Bakul Jaja get away with this. We take back what was stolen. Yes, we'll do exactly that. The next time I meet that brute, I'll knock him straight on his scaly behind and take back my keystone. Speaking of vengeance, didn't Bakul Jaja curse some useless Bonowa sycophant when he caught sight of us? A reference to Sarilja, I would assume. He is devoted to our brother, and is the only Bunawa I know of participating in the right of succession. If the Raja was somehow involved in this, I will never forgive him for putting our sister in danger. He will have forfeited his right to be called brother. Ahem. Bakul Jaja should face punishment, of course, but so must the bandits who had the temerity to abduct Lamati. I shall request that Father send a contingent of... words are hard. I shall request that Father send a contingent of Landsguard to enforce the law in this region.
I agree that measures need to be taken to keep travelers safe. But I wonder what pushed these people towards life of banditry in the first place. If we dig deeper, we might find a way to improve things for everyone. That's a proud smile. Just something to think about for now. However, the rite continues. I thank you all for your help. We should be moving on as well. Are you feeling fit to travel, Wuklamat? You bet I am. The Raja has gained a good head start, and it's time we clawed back to some lost ground. I'm really sorry for this happened. From now on, I won't let my guard down around suspicious strangers. And again, I do appreciate you all coming to save me. The road beckons, friends. Let's be on our way to Yokhoi. Someone's happy? Then it's back to where the path then it's back to where the path through the mountains begins. You remember, the spot where you were tricked into walking off with Wakesa? I'm just going to rub my face in it like that, eh? I wonder if he's raising my hackles on purpose, though. You know, trying to keep my anger directed at him instead of myself. Either way, we can't be standing around all day. We have lots of lost time to make up for. Okay. To Irvinshire and then to where we need to go. Look at all these lovely side quests that I have to do. Away to Urquapacha. Ba, 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 ba. How am I for inventory? Ooh. Alright. I couldn't leave without letting Redderock know what happened, so I stopped in Irvinshire to say a few words before moving on. And now Erinville's nowhere to be seen. Couldn't he wait for a few moments? So much for giving him the benefit of the doubt. Come on, let's catch up. I want to give that smug gleaner a piece of my mind. I worried Wuklamat would agonize over the loss of her keystone. But it seems I had nothing to worry about. Onwards and upwards, then. Here we go. Oh, I have to pick one. Number 3. It has the lowest number. Ba, ba, ba. Oh, here we are. Ooh, so much stuff. So much stuff. Okay. As I'm sure you've noticed, the air grows thin at this elevation. Take it slow until your body adjusts. Deep breaths, drink plenty of water. A few more steps and we'll be in Warlar's Echo. Hello to the alpaca port. Unlock this. Phew, I think I'm getting used to the air up here. Oh, this is the place from the Lay of Proof, where Papa met with the Yokoi. My, what big eyes you have. And that must be them. I don't think I've actually ever seen one outside the picture. So it is for most Turali, but giants rarely visit the lowlands. Here, in their mountain fastness, they tend to solemn duties they pledge to undertake in the pact with the Dawn Servant. To watch over the Tural Vidral, Valley Garmanda, and maintain its prison within their temple. Ah yes, Wuklamant told us about the Tural Vidral. Creatures that live far longer than normal and awaken to strange powers. Indeed. Yet even though among those anomalies, Valley Garmanda is unrivaled in its strength. It has endured for centuries, bringing catastrophe each time it emerges from its lair. As you learned in the Lay of Ice, it was Gulol Jaja who managed at last to imprison the beast, and it has lain dormant ever since in the temple. It's said the building still bears a gaping hole in its ceiling from where Valley Garmanda was lured inside by Gulol Jaja's final ploy. I'd like to see the strongest of all Tural Vidral. I wonder what it's like to fight it. Warlar's Echo was where the Lay of Proof and Lay of Ice took place. Does this not suggest we'll be facing 2 thieves this time? That's a question we can ask the Elector once we find him. Or maybe we should flush out Bakul Jaja first so I can beat my keystone out of him. I really want to find that thief, but he'll come to us, so let's find the one that we actually don't know the identity of. I suppose we do still have 4 keystones to earn, and no matter what we do, the contest will pit us against him sooner or later. Alright, let's seek out the Elector. Then I suggest we pay a visit to Karyozar the Gracious, or so their temple is called. The Moblins told me that the High Luminary, Gerferler, is to be found there. If we are to ask someone for information, then he seems a wise choice. Okay, merchant, mender. Up we go. Let's see if I can convince the car. I swear I can speak. Let's see if I can convince the guards to let us through. I am Wuglabat, third promise of Tuliolo, and I seek your elector for the right of succession. May I speak with Gerfeler? The High Luminary has granted admittance to the claimant. You may enter. Huh, that was easier than expected. In we go then. God, is that? Aye, Baligarmanda. What lovely feathers you have. Welcome. High Luminary Gerfler? He is not here at present. I am Luminary Zermerwer. Is this the Sky Rune, Valigarmanda? It is. The Tural Vidral whose name has invoked terror since time immemorial. Even my people, once conquerors of all beneath the sun, were as brittle leaves before Valigarmanda's Even my people, once conquerors of all beneath the sun, were as brittle leaves before Valigarmanda's tempestuous powers. When the Sky Rune descended upon Urpapacha 8 decades ago, the casualties were staggering. Had Gulol Jaja and his companions not intervened, we would have been slaughtered to the last. Their titanic battle with Valigarmanda raged for 10 days and 10 nights. As their foe fought on, tireless and relentless, our heroes were pushed beyond the limits of their endurance. Thus did the Head of Reason concoct a desperate plan. Galul Jaja tricked the Sky Rune into losing control of its own ice magics, causing the unwitting Tural Vidral to encase itself in frozen aether. And it's been like that ever since? Nice work, Papa. But what happens if the ice ever melts? The same question looms large in our minds, for the magic sustaining this prison grows weaker with each passing year. Valigarmanda commands the powers of fire and lightning and ice. Some believe that the violence of recent storms was the result of those energies slipping free. That raging tempest from Valigarmanda? Setting future worries aside, you are come to attempt the feat of proof, yes? The High Luminary, chosen Elector of the Dawn Servant, has left me with instructions for all aspiring claimants. You are to scour our forbidding mountains and find the waiting Gerfeler. That is to be your challenge. Ah, so the search itself is a beat. You've already spoken with my brothers, I take it? I have. Their expeditions are underway. Then we better pick up the pace. Bye, Ruffy! Night's fine. I'm doing fine. How's yourself? Yeah. I've only been playing Final Fantasy for about an hour now. So you haven't missed much, I'm sure. What else? What else have I been up to? Played some card games yesterday, and today I've been trying to follow along a tutorial for Blender. So that's been fun. But yeah, just reading along with the words, which I'll continue doing now. Aye, but we need a direction to search it, and yeah. You're doing alright. Weekend's been weekending well, though you can't complain. Oh, that's good to hear. You're heading out to... Hold on. You're heading out to temple. There's no internet, but what should say hi before running? Oh, that's nice of you to say hi, and I hope you have a lovely time. Aye, but we need a direction to search in first. Let's see what hints we can gather from the villagers. I get the feeling this bird is going to be the first trial. Oh! Am I not able to... gods, Valikar Manda is enormous. I know Papa had friends with him, but it's incredible he could hold his own against that thing. Should his prison ever fail, though, we can't expect the old guard to come running. It'll be up to us to save the day. Let's see. Ah, he spell feed. The Feat of Proof. As we've just been informed, the Feat of Proof requires us to seek the High Luminary Gurfalur somewhere in these mountains. However, if earlier feats are any indication, we must assume the challenge precludes the Yokwoi from answering our questions in a straightforward manner. Thus, I would ask you to pay close attention while attempting to divine Gurfalur's whereabouts. Though the giants may not give us a precise location, there may be clues hidden within their words. Such is my theory, anyway. Let's see what we can discover. Probably an idea to make sure I'm prepared for a fight. Yorgawar. Farludder. What is with these names? Ah, yes. The High Luminary? No, I have not seen him today. Now, let me ask you a question. That Jibral who came out to the temple earlier, was that really the third promise? She seems rather unimposing. How is she meant to succeed the mighty Guru Jaja? Look, don't let appearances deceive you. She is stronger than she looks. Sir Farlar. Asking after the High Luminary as well, are you? I know not where to find him, but I do hope you have the opportunity to speak together. He is a great man, with deep reverence for our traditions. These glyphs we carve, for one, he affords them as much value as any treasure we possess. They are records of lives lived. Your arrival too will be etched onto stone, your arrival too I will etch onto the stone, that the story of our meeting may endure for untold turnings of the sun. If you are curious about our ways, then I bid you visit Proof, to the northwest of here. It's one of our grave sites. Lovely! I have to visit a graveyard. Zerborlor. A Tuliolan? No, you are from farther away than that, I think. As for the High Luminary, I can only guess where he might be. Sorry. He is Warder of the Sky Rune, but also Keeper of the Sepulchres, and his duties often take him outside the village. This way, this way. Can I get up there? Yes, I can. And just up here. First things first, was anyone able to coax forth a definite location for the High Luminary? Aye, the graveyard seems to be a good place to start. As expected. What then of clues or other hints that might point us in the right direction? I heard that in addition to his usual duties, Gurfalur is also charged with keeping the graves. As did I. The Yokwoi sepulchres appear to hold a special significance in their culture. But would Would it be appropriate for us, outsiders, to enter their burial grounds? Well, if they're directing us there. Proof, you say. And he encouraged you to visit this place. Then let's go and take a look. Even if we don't find Gerpler there, it will give us a chance to learn more about the Yokwoi. The gravesite is somewhere northwest of here. Well, we can leave from that start of the village for a start, shall we? There you are, Kryle. You know how in sometimes in a game you just see the scenery and you're like, wow. That must have taken a long time to make. Oh, there we go. Hello, cat. Here you are. The others have gone on ahead to the proof, following the trail west. There are sharp drops everywhere, so we're all moving at our own pace. Some of us are not built for cranky terrain. I thought to get my bearings from up here first, so I don't stumble off a cliff. Why don't you try to catch up to Aaronville? He should be able to point you in the right direction. A Tillodile. A crocodile. Hi, Alleyway. And now your order. Ooh, hot. Take a look at this crater. There's no wood, no trees, not even dried grass. And yet the ground still burns. This must be one of the scars left by Valigarmanda's rampage, as told by the saga. Skyrune's fires are described as eternal, flames that can be quenched by neither storm nor time. And here I thought it was a literary embellishment. Ah, but now I've lost sight of Wuklamat. Proof is northwest along the main road. Hopefully she is still heading the right way. Oh, wrong place. That must be it. Longjaw. Longjaw Silver. It's not Treasure Island. Trees are supposed to be rooted. There's a boosted thing. Wuklamat wins again. Looks like everyone is here now, so? Greeting, friend. Are you Gerfler? No, I am not. The High Luminary did, however, task me with providing a lesson on sepulchres to those who came in search of him. Oh, so we were meant to find our way here after all. Are you to tell us who is buried here? No one is buried here, in the sense that you mean. When a body has served its purpose, we consign it to the flames, then scatter its ashes across the peaks. Moreover, we do not conceive of death as others do. For us, a person does not die when their heart ceases to beat, but only when they are no longer born within the hearts of all who know them. This is why we build our sepulchres, before age or mishap claims us, that we might etch ourselves into the living chronicles for all eternity. This grave belongs to a good friend. His mortal vessel ended its journey some years ago, but he lives within me now. Up there stands my own sepulchre. As long as it exists, so too will I. I will endure in the hearts of those who read my grave glyphs, in the same manner my friend does in mine. Has it always been thus for your people? This conception of existence and death? Continue along this path to the indelible passage. Behold the history upon its walls, and you may find the answers to your questions. Then that's what we'll do. Your traditions are fascinating, and I'd love to know more. I thank you for allowing me to share them. In doing so, I will remain in your hearts also. That must be very boring to watch. Yeah, watch, listen to you. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, because... There we go. Okay. Hello, a fellow we met at Proof suggested that we come here. Yes, the High Luminary commanded that I watch for your arrival. As chronicler of our people, it has ever been my family's duty to pass on the teachings of the mural from generation to generation. They really are magnificent. And together, they tell the tale of your people's history? They are the events which shape us. I would share them with you, ere you continue your way. Please, we would love to hear all about it. Then I will begin. This first mural depicts a time more than 1100 years ago, an age of great prosperity for the Yokoi. Blessed with size and strength unmatched by other peoples, our ancestors marched forth and brought much of Dawntrail under their dominion. Then, when all before them had been conquered, they turned their gaze northward, seeking to expand their territory and power. Here, we see the expedition to Dawntrail. Unable to cross the strait by ship, our forefathers set to building a bridge to the northern lands, a grand labor which consumed the greater part of a century. Zorgor the Boundless. Zorgor the Boundless. We still make use of that bridge until YOLO for travel. I can't imagine the patience and dedication it took to complete a work of that scale. But I've never heard of any Yokoi living in Jactaral. What happened to the ones who went north? Look upon this next mural, and behold the answer. The scene suggests that many giants perished all at once. What manner of enemy could have repelled their invasion? A foe unnamed and unseen. When the expedition pushed forth into Jactaral, those 1,000 years ago, its soldiers were felled by disease. Some terrible illness? No, a virulent plague or newly arisen blight. For the local Tanawata and Chitona, it was but a mild affliction, of the sort that comes with the turning of the seasons. What manifested for them as a slight fever and coughs, however, proved deadly to our people. Out of every 10 Yokoi who joined that northern campaign, 9 succumbed to infection. Those who survived continued to suffer, finding it difficult to sire offspring. I've heard of this before. Lacking an inherent resistance, visitors to distant lands can fall deathly ill to diseases a local might shrug off. These events might also have given rise to the practice of cremation rather than the burial. This final chapter depicts the return of our grieving brethren to Urquapacha. The reason they first left, why they had fought so long and pushed so far, was to ensure peace for our homeland. This undertaking began in ancient times, when our forebears learned they shared the continent with people unlike to us in appearance and custom. They feared invasion was inevitable. Rather than meekly await their fate, they decided to strike the first blow. Yet, as they fought on and on, the old idea of peace drifted further and further away. Only after the disaster in Jactaral and their withdrawal to the mountains did they come to understand. The peace we had envisioned had been ours for the taking all along. It was here, in the place which birthed us. Here, in the stones upon which we recorded our days. Here, in this tranquil life, we had traded for conquest and conflict. When you do nothing but fight, it can blind you to what's right before your eyes. And so we return to the present. I trust you found this brief history of our people enlightening. I'm always glad to learn more about my fellow Terali, how you lived until now, and how you wish to live from now on. Then I believe you are ready to proceed. The High Luminary bids you meet him upon the summit of Warkor Zormor. I had a feeling we'd end up scaling that big old mountain. Well, it's a feat worthy of the name. Follow the trail south from here and begin your ascent. But be wary. Beyond the entryway, the mountainside is home to ferocious beasts, both mundane and otherwise. We'll keep that in mind. Thank you for the warning and the lesson. Finally, we know where we're going. To the top of Warkor Zormor. Okay, and that'll be that way. Am I able to go there? Is that just over here? Alright, it's important to get fates done. I can, and there's people there already, so I better hurry.
Oh. Well, alright then. I can't fly. I can't fly, and I'm also quite slow. Just a pair of these. This spin mountaineer is going to be the death of me. How long have you been standing there? I was just taking in the scenery, is all. Come on, we don't want to fall too far behind Alphino and the others. Flint. Okay. This seems like a dungeon zone. You remember how the chronicler was saying that the more they fought, the further away they moved from the idea of peace? It occurred to me that if Zaraja is attempting the feat of proof, then he will have heard the same lesson. I can only hope it's made him reconsider his own stance on educating people through war. I doubt it. He doesn't seem like the type to change his mind. If anything, it's probably just going to enforce his ideal. Or idea.
God set is one tall mountain, and we're supposed to climb it?
Farther. Komar. Tuliorlu. Korogar.
Gesundheit. Do not expect to walk here unchallenged. Tell me, stunted ones, did those short legs bring you all the way from Tuliolol?
He's speaking the old Yokhui tongue. The words are difficult to catch.
Though your words are crude and cumbersome, I use them for your benefit. You are a claimant in this right of succession.
That's right.
Then, if you die, Tuliola loses a potential ruler.
Oh dear.
That's a dark thing to say, friend. I get the feeling you don't share the opinions of the other Yokhui we've met.
We do not grovel before Gulul, Jaja, like those shameless lapdogs. My brethren and I are conquerors, and we will restore our people to their rightful place as Tural's overlords.
The Giants have their own factions too, it seems.
You think your kin weak for showing deference to my father, but they do not follow the man. It is his peace they respect, a peace they always wanted, which they realized could be had right here.
Justifications of the craven. They turn their years and more. They are unworthy of bearing our legacy. I will reclaim the glory of our people. And our ascension begins with the death of the third promise.
Stop! I don't want to fight you.
Men die on your knees.
Oh. Big bird.
Opportunistic vermin seek to feast on us, do you? Get down here. Your neck will be the first I snap this day.
That's right.
Way to be the bigger person. Figuratively.
Why do you help us?
I didn't put much thought into it. My legs were moving before I knew what was happening. I suppose I feared you'd die before we had the chance to get to know each other. Before I could learn more about you.
Aw.
To what end?
Oh, that's simple. If we're to share the land, it's the best way for us to become friends. How is he?
He'll live. Not quite ready to walk under his own strength, however.
If you could stay and tend to him, the rest of us will continue on to Walker Zormor.
Understood. Be careful up there.
This changes nothing. We will not forsake our conquest.
As you like. You want to kill me, you're welcome to try. But right now, you might want to worry about your comrade.
On a mountain of that size, there are bound to be creatures even I've never heard of. I'll trust you to lead the way.
Then we climb. Grufurlor is waiting.
Okay, Walker Zormar is now accessible. I wonder if anyone's online. There's a few people. I kind of don't want to bother them though. So I will sign up and just go ahead myself. Some way for shared fate.
Patcha, I need to do another 5 to get. Okay, there's one there that's 30%. That one's not started. That one's 75. I will head to the one that's not yet started. Because I can do fates in the meantime and try and get increased mount speed. That was it. Okay, how am I gonna... Oh, I hate this map for moving around. Just might as well grab that one. I'm not killing sweet innocent alpacas. Okay, how do I get over here? Just get us started on that. Oh, never mind. We'll help this one. There we go. Switch back to Pictomancer, and away we go. Huh, lots of purple. What are... Okay, those are cute. Okay. Okay, they're cute, but they're tanky. Oh no, I gotta use up all of these first. Gotta make sure I use up the hammer as well. There we go, everything used up.
And stomp. Ready another hammer. Dash plus that. Oh my god, that is adorable. That is so cute. Wait, what? Huh? Oh, okay. So there's that one, then that one. Okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. Two, three. Snowballs? Sorry. Come to me, Snowkin, large and small. Okay, I like this thing. I like this thing. He's cute. Okay. Magenta. This. Water and blue. Hammers. Ring of casting. Sure. Boots of casting. I'll greed on them because they're not much better than what I have. Get myself another hammer. More pictures. That was scary. The tank died. Oh, Zaraja. Ring of Healing. Gonna hit Greed. Greed. And Greed. Okay, that's another water and blue. Hammer. Wings. This, and then Moogle. Oh, up we go! There seems to be a massive difference in terrain here. Oh, okay. I did muck that one up. I assume those are going to be used on something. Okay. Remake the hammer, remake the wings. Okay. Yeah. So probably not good.
Okay.
There.
Let's see. Not much better than what I already have, so agreed on that, agreed on that.
Hammer.
Nickel palms.
And another hammer.
Should be okay just to use single target stuff and then... There we go. Bracelets of healing, sure, I'll reach. Okay, that looks good. Blizzard and Cyan 2, Earth and Yellow, and there's everything. Oh, I grabbed this, okay. Oh, we're fighting the Elector. Dawn's Elector Gurfler.
I am Gulfulur, Elector of the Dawn Servant. Prepare to be tested.
Okay, and that other thing was a star globe for the Astrologian. I'll just agree.
Prove you are worthy to rule.
Sticking with them. Under magenta.
Chronicles of Air. Break out with fury of erupting beaks! I will take the measure of your resolve!
Gotta get my pictures.
Implacable strength of the mountain, be mine! Spirit of my brethren, your thunder roars!
Okay.
You should endure my fury. Chronicles of Hell, record the cruelty of merciless storms.
Oh dear. Okay. Just gonna grab my pictures again. Oh, fire and water. Oh, fire and earth. Let's paint a starry sky, a hammer, and a palm. Da 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 da. Complete. I just agreed. I guess nobody wanted that. Oh. There you go. And that's the dungeon done. And by the looks of things, I got a level as well. Hooray! Aaronville only just arrived.
Very good, Claimant. Once more, I name myself Gurfulur, High Luminary to my people, and chosen Elector of the Dawn Servant.
You are much bigger than the others in the village.
All Yokui were once my equal in size, but ever since we were decimated by disease, it is rare to see a child reach our former stature.
You speak of the contagion which afflicted the Shaktural expedition. The one recorded in your murals.
It is a chapter of our history that is entangled with the legend of the Golden City.
I've heard that legend originated with the Yokui. Is this true?
With the visions our ancestors had, to be precise. Preceding the campaign into Shaktural, many were visited by dreams of glittering splendor. They described a paradise that knew neither war nor famine, where people lived lives of eternal happiness.
You know, considering in Endwalker there was a world of people that got just that, it didn't end too well for them.
A single dreamer might have been dismissed, but when dozens, if not hundreds, spoke the same, the luminaries became convinced it was divine revelation.
Then the expedition.
Its purpose was to find the City of Gold. Yes, help was marshaled from all the territories under our control. Lands were scoured on a massive scale.
Ah, little wonder the legend is so similar across Tural. Those involved with the search would have passed the stories down to their children.
Another claimant, I see. I will test your worth, as I have tested those who came before you.
Just have a nice drink.
Here and now, I think he means.
Ooh. Better let them get on with it.
Well fought, second promise. For you and your sister's success in performing the feat of proof. You both shall be rewarded.
Three to go.
3 to go, 1 to reclaim.
How glorious it would have been to race thee and thine to the summit. Though mayhap not whilst being hounded by Bakul Jaja and his minions.
Again, that swine shows his disdain for the right.
Strangely, despite his eagerness to antagonize us, he withdrew as soon as we fought back in earnest. I cannot fathom what he was trying to achieve. On a similar note, I'm also curious as to why you chose the peak of Warkor Zormor for the conclusion of this feat. The earlier stages saw us learn the history of the Yokui. Does this location also hold some special meaning for your people?
Yes. It is a place of great significance.
Please explain.
All these monuments. Is this a burial ground?
Ooh.
Every high luminary before me is enshrined in this earth. Alongside them are the heroes who bravely stood their ground when Valigarmanda brought ruin to Urkopacha 8 decades past.
That explains why there are so many.
Zorolja, I should have known you'd arrive here first.
Third promise. How relieved I am to find you in good health.
Oh, really?
Zorolja, you bastard! I should end you here and now!
Remember where you are. You will mind your conduct, or you will leave.
Right. Sorry.
I see no reason to delay further. Show me my father's sepulchre.
Papa has a grave?
Upon this monument are inscribed the names of those who sealed away the monstrous Valigarmanda, your fathers included.
Gulul Jaja, Master of Resolve and Reason, Champion of Peace.
Look at this one. Kettenram, Navigator of Uncharted Oceans.
Kettenram? The Laminsan explorer? Does this mean he joined Gulul Jaja on his travels?
Must have.
Kafkiwa, Seeker of the Unknown. How strange to see your name here.
It was unheard of to build living sepulchres for those who were not Yokwi. But their great deed demanded recognition.
Guessing.
Master of Resolve and Reason, Champion of Peace? Papa really did some amazing things.
I'm guessing Kakwiha is Aaronville's mother.
He carved his path with martial skill.
Yet it was clever thinking which allowed him to trap Valigarmanda within its own ice magics.
Martial skill and clever thinking. I can't compete with Zorolja's mastery of the Head of Resolve's techniques. And when it comes to knowledge, Kona's the one who most takes after the Head of Reason. Is there anything that I've gotten from Papa? Something I do better than the others?
You're much better at people. Yeah, you have a love for peace.
Of course. Papa's love for peace, for his people. That is what he's given me. And I'm fighting to preserve the peaceful Tural he built.
Oh dear.
What in the hells was that?
You must return to Warlar's Echo immediately. Valigarmanda has broken free.
I presume that was about the unholy sound?
Valigarmanda is free.
We need to get back there, now!
Oh, how fortuitous. We have been gifted an opportunity to outpace our rivals.
Are you seriously gonna ignore the big giant threat? Just make sure I'm teleporting to the right place. Yep. Good, you're back. There's much I would explain, but by the time I arrived to investigate a sudden surge in Aether, there were already fallen giants everywhere. Right now, everyone is preoccupied with treating the wounded. Pray, catch your breath and then lend a hand when you can, right where you can. I may now enter... Oh, that's the dungeon. If you're ready, there are many injured here who need aid. You should find anyone passed out from their wounds. Should you find anyone passed out from their wounds, I would ask that you alert me to them. Otherwise, I shall be tending whomever requires most urgent healing. We can gather here once we've seen the people's injuries. You, the third promise's protector. Everything was bathed in bright red. A searing heat enveloped my entire body. I couldn't move. Ooh, this is quite the emergency. Ugh. My wounds are nothing serious, but this dryness in my throat, it's as if all the moisture has left my body. Oh, it's the poor guy that pointed us in the right direction. Everything burns. The touch of cloth is agony. Yet I will live. Believe me, there are others in more dire need of help. Guessing lots of people got hit with fire magic, although ice can burn. That's what frostbite is. I've done all I can for now. The injured you found were awake and alert then. That is well. We've left the injured as comfortable as we could. Many were suffering from burns to a greater or lesser degree. Did a fire sweep through the village? The details are unclear. Once I'd healed the giant attacked by the mountain bird, the group's leader, Warpalor, I believe they called him, bade me depart. It was then that I felt an intense wave of ether, and returned to find Warlord's echo in this state. I rushed over to the first giant I saw. Though delirious with pain, he repeated the same warning. Valigar Manda has broken free. Thus did I contact you with all haste. Well, we're going to need more information than that before we can deal with the situation.
Yes, we should speak with the temple guard and see what become of Skyrune's prison. I really should learn to pace myself when I'm talking. I won't stumble over words quite as much. The High Luminary grants you entry and awaits you within.
What happened?
So it's true. The ice has failed.
Surmurwar, tell them what you told me.
A short while ago, a claimant paid us a visit.
Don't tell me, but cool, Jaja. Oh, the Echo!
Who enters this hallowed hall? Ah, a claimant.
Oh. And here we have the mighty Valigarmanda.
A terrifying Vitral. With every awakening, it has sealed its ruinous name into the memories of a new generation.
What a good little terror. You've stayed napping right up until the day I needed you.
Explain yourself.
It is as they say. Kulul Jaja caused its magic to run rampant, trapping it in a frozen prison of its own creation. Clever. Clever. To unmake it, it would be quite tricky. 2 spells must be cast at the exact same moment. A conflagration intense enough to melt the ice, and awakening flame to rekindle the slumbering Vitral's soul. The only ones capable of such harmonious execution would be the heads of reason and resolve. And the blessed siblings, Bakul Jaja.
You know, if you're supposed to be the smart head, you're not really living up to the name.
You mustn't!
But I already have. Rise and rage, little terror.
Ay, 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 that's not gonna end well.
I might have overdone the fire a bit.
Utter madness. Why have you done this?
For the throne, of course.
You unleash calamity for your own gain? Have you any idea how many may die?
Wreak havoc, Valigarmanda. Live up to your legend.
A messenger to Tuli Yolol has been dispatched. The Landsguard will send a contingent, I am sure. But there is no telling when they will arrive.
Idiot! This monstrous act is a step too far, even for him!
So, what's the plan?
If we leave the withdrawal to others, it will be a massacre. Some might call it the wiser choice, if I don't want to fall behind the competition. But I could never live with myself. And my supporters deserve a better ruler. So that's that. I will stay and fight Vali Armanda.
Not alone, you won't.
This is an enemy so powerful that even my father failed to slay it. Alone, I don't stand a chance. I understand you've no obligation to aid me outside the right of succession. But for the sake of Urkopacha and its people, I beg you, join me in this battle.
But if you have to ask, this is the kind of challenge I live for. What other choice do we have?
Drawn to the chaos. You're as bad as Papa. Don't worry. The Sky Ruin should prove a big enough challenge for all of us.
Far be it from us to abandon a dear comrade in her time of need.
Dear comrades now, eh? I have to say, it does have a comforting ring to it. Knowing someone has your back makes it easier to do what you have to do.
And what will we do?
One committed to winning the contest above all else would race on ahead.
If you're resolved to slay Vali Armanda, we'll need to find out where the beast went.
That's what we have you for, old friend.
Inform the Pelu of the danger. They may need to flee to lower ground.
Alright, we're all gonna have a nightly chat and figure out what to do. So, Aaronville, any idea on how we can track Vali Armanda? The tried and true method of comparing sightings with other signs of passage is the most reliable, but also the most time-consuming. There is a second option, not as reliable as the first, but if we're lucky, it will let us ascertain the Sky Ruin's whereabouts far more quickly. Though a Taral Vidral of extraordinary nature, Vali Armanda is still a creature of this world. Like you and me, it is thus sustained by corporeal energy and possesses a unique ethereal balance. Which means this device should come in handy. It's an internet pointer. A floating hand? Now's not the time to be playing with toys. This is no toy, it's an Aether Seeker. As the name suggests, gleaners use it to detect the Aether of living beings. And you've had that in your pack this whole time? I can calibrate it to follow a specific ethereal aspect. The problem with Valley Garabanda, however, is it can freely shift between the elements of fire, ice, or lightning. Well, we know that in order to awaken Valley Garmanda from its icy imprisonment, Bakul Jaja cast spells which quickened its fire aspected Aether, and the residents were uniformly afflicted by burns. Therefore, the logical conclusion is that, upon breaking free, Valley Garmanda unleashed a great fiery blast. Then the choice of plane, fire. The Seeker, however, is not without its faults. As we were not able to input our quarry's unique etheric signature in advance, the device will respond to any living source with fire-aspected ether. So we have a reliable yet slow method of information gathering versus the potentially swift but easily misled Gleaner tool. I'd say why not pursue both methods at the same time? Good idea. We'll have the first to fall back on if the second fails. You travel with me then, Azure, in case the Seeker leads me to some other fiery fiend. You got it. Ah, what was that? What was that? Hold on. Things happened. I heard a blip. I heard a blip, but... Oh! Hi, Ennis! How you doing? Yeah, I'm doing alright. I'm just having a nice, peaceful day. Yeah, I'm just having a nice, peaceful day, and I heard the blip and didn't know what had happened. So, oh, nice avatar, but thank you very much! So, I'm playing Final Fantasy at the moment. Thanks for jumping on in. We're currently chasing after a very dangerous bird. The rest of us can stay behind and talk to eyewitnesses. The more Sky Ruin sightings we can compare, the more accurate our information will be. If no one has any objections, I shall remain here in the village and tend to the Yokoi. Very few are seriously injured, but I am wary of wounds inflicted by creatures by a creature like Valley Garmanda. I should like to be close at hand should their condition suddenly worsen. I'm also not going to be streaming for much longer, Amos, so I really do appreciate you jumping on in. Right, it sounds like we all have work to do. We should be on our way as well. An Echo of Man is complete. Right. I could continue, but I'm actually out of energy. So if you stick around, I'm just going to see about raiding out. Let me just switch over to this. Okay, who is about? Who is alive? We're already doing Final Fantasy, so I will just raid on over someone who's already playing it. We have...
Atelier Kieran. I hope I pronounced that right. He's doing Final Fantasy as well. I think he should have drops enabled if anybody is interested in that. So I'll just get started. Right. Thanks again for the raid. Thanks again for the raid, Amos. Like I said before, I really do appreciate it. Alright.